Hi, everyone. The following recording is from a September 14th presentation of the Strathmore Speaker Series. Now in its 10th year, the Strathmore Speaker Series has hosted more than 50 free talks to the Central New York public. Our mission is to provide a platform for recognized experts from a broad variety of fields to share the power of their ideas and knowledge to inform and inspire citizens. We believe that sharing timely, relevant, and unbiased information encourages growth in individuals, sparks innovation, protects democracy, and fosters progress in our community and beyond. The series is made possible through the support of the City of Syracuse, the Gifford Foundation, the Greater Strathmore Neighborhood Association, the Onondaga Free Library, and individual donors. Today you'll hear from celebrated local folk musicians John and Cathy Cadley and John Dancks. The Cadleys have been entertaining audiences throughout upstate New York and New England for many years with their powerful mix of traditional bluegrass, new acoustic, and numerous original folk compositions. Many national artists have recorded John's originals, and Lou Reid took John's song Time to the #1 spot on the bluegrass music charts. Their music has been captured on 6 CDs, and their latest, I Never Knew, was honored with the Syracuse Area Music Award for Best Americana Recording. Through the power of their music, the Cadleys share with us their experience of the Syracuse folk scene, its storied past, and its increasingly bright future. We hope you enjoy it, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, that was a song that I wrote that was supposed to sound like a bluegrass song. I'm not sure if it did or not, but it was supposed to, because that's where our influences are. And I guess we're going to talk a little bit about bluegrass music as well as play you bluegrass music and some of our music that has been influenced by bluegrass music. So that's kind of what it is. If you have questions at any time, you can ask them. I know there will be questions later on. Just real quick. Bill Monroe really he's called a father of bluegrass music. He was born in 1911 in Rosine, Kentucky, youngest of 8 children, and they all played music. And his brothers, Charlie and Birch, played the fiddle and the guitar, so they stuck him with the mandolin, and that's why he played the mandolin. But they had an uncle by the name of Uncle Penniman Vanderveer, and he was a wonderful local fiddle player, and he played at all the dances because he had such a great sense of timing. And Bill Monroe used to, as a kid, he used to lie underneath the floorboards of the porch and he just used to listen to Uncle Pen as he tapped his foot when he played, and that's how he got a sense of time. And he actually wrote a song about Uncle Pen. You're gonna play that. So this is the only song that's been pre-recorded. I mean, everything else is going to be live.
I'm going to play for you. This is from 1965. This is Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys playing Uncle Pen. Just play a little bit for you here.
Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys, let her go, boys.
So you can see we don't have a fiddle or a banjo with this tonight. So,
on this configuration.
But there's a lot in there. There's that makes bluegrass music what it is. It's the local references. It's the harmony singing, which is the high lonesome sound of bluegrass, and there's the instrumental virtuosity, which is also a big part of bluegrass music. So we're going to try to demonstrate most of that for you tonight. And but bluegrass music really started in the churches with the rural people, because that's where they could all congregate and sort of feel a little bit better about their lives, which were hard. And the first song that Bill Monroe recorded was in 1935 in Charlotte, North Carolina, with his brother Charlie, a song called "What Will You Give in Exchange for Your Soul?" And we're going to play just a little bit of that now, just to give you a sense of what it was. It was a huge hit.
A huge hit in the gospel song, so we'll sing a little gospel for you.
Just a little bit of that one. And anyway, that was a big hit for him in 1935. And it's the thing that Bill did that was really a little bit unusual, or that made bluegrass music what it is in the way that you know bluegrass music, the way we hear it today, was that he took the Irish and Scottish fiddle tunes of his heritage, and he combined the African-American blues with it. And as much as he was influenced by his Uncle Pen Vanderveer, the fiddle tunes, his other big influence was an African-American blues guitar player by the name of Arnold Schultz. And he said that he could listen on and play all night long because he played all the blue notes. And he put those in music that he knew from tradition, and it was a new sound.
And when you put all that together, and people would come out to hear his band, the Bluegrass Boys, they go crazy, if you can imagine. the sound of it was just so compelling, between the Scotch-Irish mole sound and that the blue notes involved in the blue sound. We're going to sing a song for you right now, I think called Blue and Lonesome.
Blue and lonesome. Everybody in bluegrass is lonesome. You
That's right.
realize that. It's just part of it. If you're not lonesome, you can't play bluegrass.
Right.
So, Bill wrote this song with Hank Williams, actually. It's called Blue and Lonesome.
Playing in Bill's band was Earl Scruggs. Who here knows who Earl Scruggs, the banjo player? Yeah, a lot of people. So, but he left the band and started his own band, which left Bill with some bad feelings, and those bad feelings lasted for a little bit.
But the original band, the 1945 band of Bill Monroe, Lester Flatt, Earl Scruggs, Howard Watts on bass, Chubby Wise on fiddle, is considered the classic bluegrass band of all time. So that's where Earl Scruggs and Lester Flatt first came into the picture.
And it's the origin of the genre, really. I mean, they're sort of credited with creating a genre, which is unique. So Mr. Scruggs got together with Lester Flatt, and they formed the Scruggs and Flatt and Scruggs band.
Because they could make more money.
And things went well for them. You know why? Because Earl had a wife who was pretty smart. Louise, her name was Louise. In order to get booked, get a booking with Earl and the band, you had to go through Louise. So Louise took care of all the business, and she got them gigs, and she got them heard, and she got them on, she got them in TV on the movies, and you've heard. I mean, that's what the Beverly Hillbillies. That was Louise. She made that happen, and Bonnie and Clyde. That was Earl Scruggs on the banjo playing the breakdown. And that's how a lot of people like myself, first heard Scruggs style banjo playing. I heard it on the Beverly Hillbillies.
Tell you about the story. That's what I used to, I didn't like the show, but I used to listen at the very beginning just to hear them play that and then turn it off and do something else. And so anyway, this is number Flatt and Scruggs did that Lester wrote, and you can tell, the last song you can see all the blues in that, and there, Flatt and Scruggs' style was a little slicker, still bluegrass and still very country and still very rural oriented, the rural way of life. A lot of songs of bluegrass about the little cabin home on the hill, otherwise known as a shack, that they sung fondly of, but couldn't wait to get away from. So this is called Little Cabin Home on the Hill. You know, I gotta tell you, there are no lectures in bluegrass. I just want you to know that. So this isn't. So don't tell anybody about
There can
this.
be preaching though. So.
Our bluegrass license will be revoked. Yes, but there's preaching and there's talking, and but there's no lectures. So
let's talk about festivals and I mean, the question is that I have always had is how did this music get up here, and why do we know about it? It's rural Southern music, and a lot of it had to do with television, with Scruggs. You know, so everybody heard that banjo and said, "What is that sound?" Yeah. John included, I think, remember the banjo. But the other way that besides the radio, Nashville radio, or Nashville WSM and Grand Ol Opry. But festivals really started to become a thing with, what's this fellow's name, Haney? Carlton Haney had the idea that if I get people will pay to see a band in a venue, but if I get 20 bands for a weekend and, put up a stage and let people camp, then I can really charge some money. And Carlton Haney figured out that was going to be a good way for him to make some money, and turns out it was a great way for the music to get all around the country, and festivals started popping up. You want to talk about first festival you ever went to and your experience there?
1969 in Berryville, Virginia, and all the great acts were there because there are only a few festivals around the country every year. Jimmy Martin, Reno and Smile. I mean, a lot of people who you may not have heard of, but they were really big in bluegrass. And that's, you can see all the first generation bluegrass bands. And they just, there were about 3,000 people there. And now, there were 3 or 4 festivals a year. Now there's 5, 6, or 7 festivals every weekend, year round, and they draw hundreds of thousands. Telluride and Merle Fest, tens of thousands of people.
Right.
So Carlton was on to something, and that's how the festival started. I guess the second we're going to do is just going to show you that there's something called.
I just want to add one thing. And this is something that in my introduction to bluegrass I found to be wonderful, and that is that what happens in festivals. Besides the music going on the stage, there's music going on in jams all over the campgrounds and in parking lots and in different campgrounds. People just plan on meeting up with one another and sharing songs. So, and there's a huge collection of just standards that everybody knows, and the key it's in, the words to it, and you can sit down with a room full or with 4 or 5 total strangers, and you can play a whole set of music together and never miss a beat. And it's kind of an amazing thing. It was, to me, I'm like, this is great. You can play, you have all these people you can play with and learn from all the time, and it goes from little ones all the way up to, octogenarians and whatnot. It's really special.
On the other hand, don't try to get any sleep.
That's right.
Because
it goes to 4 in the morning.
The guys who play the longest are the banjo players.
Because they can't sleep,
They can't sleep. If you like sleeping in the mud and listening to banjos 24 hours a day, bluegrass festivals are for you.
It's going to be a good fit.
We mentioned earlier about the importance of gospel music, and this is again southern rural music, and the mountain people had really, really hard lives, and so the idea that this life couldn't be the only life, there had to be another one, was very, very strong with them. And you'll see a lot of references in bluegrass music to people being referred to as pilgrims, strangers, wandering through this wearisome land. I got a home across Jordan River. You hear a lot of that stuff. And we're going to do one of those songs that came out of that that suffering. It's called Talk About Suffering, and we're going to do it a cappella, which was often done. And a cappella is a Spanish word for I forgot my guitar. So, do that in the key of F minor if you'd like to clap along. keep a loving Jesus. Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep a following Jesus. Oh, can't you hear it, Father? Now don't you want to go and leave this world of sorrow and troubles here below? Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep a loving Jesus. Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep a following Jesus. Oh, can't you hear it, Mother? Now don't you want to go and leave this world of sorrow and troubles here below? Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep a loving Jesus. Talk about suffering here below, and let's keep a following Jesus. Oh, can't you hear it, brother? Now don't you want to go and leave this world of sorrow and troubles here below? The gospel train is coming. Now don't you want to go and leave this world of sorrow and troubles here below? If that don't make you feel sad, nothing will. I talked about being lonesome in bluegrass. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but there are some sort of constant themes of bluegrass. One, of course, is being lonesome. Another is being a pilgrim and a wanderer, journeying through this land and looking to the next land. Then we get into divorce, alcoholism, and murdering your fiancé. Those all apply as well.
Those are big themes.
A lot of death in bluegrass. A lot of death. Mommy and Poppy are, if you go to see them, they won't be there. They've died. Just the way it is. So here's one of those songs in that tradition. It's an old mountain ballad. You probably may have heard this one. Bury Me Beneath the Willow. Apparently not. Well,
I think I heard the Carter family did this.
But this is a song, of unrequited love and unrequited love, and if I can't have you, then there's no sense in living anymore. There's a lot of that.
Some things never change.
1, 2, 3.
So he may know where I am sleeping.
So anyway, so there you go. And we want to introduce another fellow, the linchpin really of any bluegrass band is the stand-up bass, otherwise known as the doghouse bass. There's no finer one than the one who's standing behind us. You're on Strathmore there with John Dancks. John can play everything. He can play every kind of music. He plays jazz, he plays rock and roll, he plays bluegrass, he plays country. I don't think he plays folk music. He doesn't like folk music. So we're going to do it. Actually, this is a more recent one, but it was recorded by Doc Watson. This was actually written by the country music star Mel Tillis. And but again, this is the tradition of modern songwriters trying to write songs that sound like the old ones. It's called Walk On Boy.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
John Henry Brown.
That one was made popular by Doc Watson.
Yes.
So, yeah, you said that. I really should listen.
She never listens to me.
In one ear, out the other.
So,
Yeah.
so is that okay so far?
Yeah.
It's not a lecture. It's not a lecture. So the Irish have a saying about what they call the thin places. And of course, the Irish and the Celtic, of course, are very spiritual, and they have this sort of sense of the other world being just on the other side of where you are. And in the thin places, they call them the thin places, you can almost reach through and actually touch the other side. And and of course they brought that over with them to the hills of Kentucky and Appalachia and places like that. And this song was written, Bill Monroe used to, he used to travel around in a bus, that was so non-functional it was called the Bluegrass Breakdown. And it's true, it was. But anyway, one time about 6 o'clock in the morning when they were on their way somewhere, and the Bluegrass Breakdown had lived up to its name, and he was standing on the side of the road with another member of his band by the name of Peter Rowan. And they wrote this song, which is really about the thin places. It's called The Walls of Time. walks out in the darkness. It moans and whispers through the pines. I know it's my sweetheart calling. I hear through the walls of time. Lord, send the angels for the darling and take her to that home of mine. I'll wait my time out here on earth, love. Come to you when I die. Come to you when I die.
Thank you so much. When I get into old songs, the new songs sounding like old songs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, me? Okay. No, yes, new songs sound like old songs. Well,
Yeah.
I tend to write. I mean, I'm not really a bluegrass guy per se, but I often say that my music is sort of is sort of Bill Monroe meets Jackson Brown. Is kind of how I say it, and it's sort of like I try to, like everything that I think of, melodically, and is really comes from all the bluegrass music that I listened to and played throughout many years of my musical life, but what I try to do is kind of to, like what most people who are writing bluegrass songs today, there's usually more than 3 chords in the song, and the lyrics are a little more sophisticated, as would be natural for the fact that society is a lot different in 2023 than it was in the 1950s. And so this is a song that I wrote. You heard us sing a song, talk about suffering, which was about the hard years that the rural folks sang. And I want to sing a song about my hard years and the way we might do it today.
I'll say something that John won't say. And this song actually was honored by an international group called Just Plain Folks in a contest. So this song got the #1 slot in the bluegrass submissions, and it was among tens of thousands of other submissions, and I'm very proud of it. I guarantee it's going to depress the hell out of you. It's called The Hard Years.
I made absolutely no money. These will be the hard years when everything is wrong. Every time you fix it, you don't stay fixed for long. And that you've been dealt and got the cards you want home. You're playing with the devil, he ain't gonna fold. These would be the savage years all busting at the seams. Ain't the way the story went when you wrote it in your dreams. Thought you was on solid ground, you built your castle there. Now you're looking down beneath your feet, dancing in the air. Hard years, bitter tears, daytime full of nighttime fears. Heel and toe, wheel and woe, keep her steady as she goes. These will be the bitter years, disillusion moves. When words of wisdom sound like gibberish from fools. Good are doing evil, all the saints are doing time. Holy men are guilty of the most unholy crime. driven to your knees. Take your cross and stumble up to your own Calvary. When it don't seem like any prayer you've ever prayed's been heard, and you're finally gonna find out if the good Lord keeps His word. Hard years, bitter tears, daytime for the nighttime fears, heel and toe, wind and woe, keep her steady as she goes. Hard years, bitter tears, daytime for the nighttime fears, heel and toe, wind and woe, keep her steady as she goes. We've got just a couple more here for you, and then I don't know, and then is there a Q&A? Is that the idea?
Yep.
Okay.
Why don't we play evening?
Well, oh, okay.
Thanks, Squire. And we'll get the other one in there too. No.
Okay. Thank you for being a great audience, by the way. You're such a great audience, I wish we had a better act. Or as they say, we've suffered for our music and now it's your turn. So this is a song I wrote on an evening much like tonight. Well, no, this one's cloudy. It wasn't so cloudy. But I was sitting out on my back porch and I was just sort of watching the day fade into night because my ex-wife had locked me out of the house. And so I
TMI.
I don't know why I said that, I really don't. So anyway, so I was sort of just, like noticing little things about the changes. And we talked about the thin places, and I had a line to the song in the chorus that said, come back, sweet boy of mine. And I didn't really know what that meant in the context of the rest of the song until I started writing it. And then I sort of found out what it was as I finished the song. So we're going to do it now, and it's called Evening.
1, 2, 3.
Can't you feel that evening breeze? See how it moves the maple leaves up and down against the sky, waving this old day goodbye. Lazy pink clouds are drifting by, cotton candy in the sky, crickets buzzing in the shadows deep, singing all birds to sleep. Whoa, it's evening, summertime. Come back, sweet boy mine. Now the purple orange light bows before the blue of night, stops the breeze's gentle breath, the soulful stillness of a peaceful death. Northern stars signal light for all the rest to shine so bright. Flames across the galaxy, diamond-studded mystery. Whoa, it's evening in the summertime. Come back, sweet boy mine. Now I look toward the old oak tree, where that rope swing it used to be. Through the darkness I can almost see the boy I was waving back at me. Whoa, and it's evening in the summer's time. Come back, sweet boy of mine. Yeah, it's evening in the summer's time. Come back, sweet boy of mine. Okay, we'll do you two more songs here. One is by a woman by the name of Gillian Welch. Has anybody heard of Gillian Welch? Okay, yeah, she is the queen of writing songs that sound 100 years old. And she really has written tons of songs that you just, you hear the song and you say, I got to do that song. It's such a great song. This is one that she wrote that she first started out with her partner David Rawlings. Cathy does a great job on it, and it's about that hard scrabble rural life that we're talking about, where things are hard to come by and you're grateful for what you get. And it's called One More Dollar.
1, 2, 3.
Free. dime show for my day. One more dollar and I'm on my way. When I reach those hills, boys, I'll never know. One more dollar and I'm going home.
Thank you very much. We really enjoyed this, and I sure hope you have too. And we'll certainly take your questions in a second. We're going to just do one final song here that,
It's the last song.
again, yeah, I'd written all the songs for the I Never Knew album. Do we have those?
I brought CDs, they're
Yeah,
all over there.
We do have CDs for sale. And,
If anybody still has a CD player.
That's right. We have a great offer. If you don't like it, send it back, and we'll send you a CD we don't like. A lot of Robert Goulet CDs. I was a big fan of Bob's for a while. Yeah, I was. So anyway, I finished all the songs for the record, and I was taking a walk along the Erie Canal, and I was sort of relieved that it was all over with, and could go in the recording studio and get them recorded. And then and it was daytime, but I was sort of walking along. I don't know how these things happen, and I just kind of looked across the canal, and there weren't any lights because, like I said, it was daytime. But this phrase came to me: "The lights are going out across the river," and I don't know why. But anyway, it does tie in with the theme of mortality and the theme of being older and looking back and seeing what was and what isn't going to be again, and what lies ahead, and some sadness and some nostalgia for things you might have done differently, and some melancholy, and but also a little bit of hope that there's still a lot ahead, and it's called The Lights Across the River.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, the lights are going out across the river. Every year another one or two. So sad to see them go. So sad because I know they'll come back and there's nothing I can do. Yeah, the lights are going out across the river. I remember when so many shine so bright. Even when the sun set low, you could sit there in the glow, never feel the coming of the night.
Sometimes when it makes my heart so heavy, I get on board the night boat when she comes. Drift on
looking back at me. Did I see a flame so bright, or just a flickering candlelight? Am I going out like all the rest I see? Yeah, the lights are going out across the blue. But tonight I'll count the ones I still can see. I'll say a thankful prayer for the ones that are still there. So grateful for the light they shine on me. Oh, the lights are going out across the blue.